All right, so happy hump day. It's Wednesday. I want to take a look at GU and see where we are, what I'm looking for, all of that good stuff. And so I am starting off on the monthly. I'm going to do a top-down analysis. This is a good approach for anybody who trades Forex. Whether you're a scalper, an intraday trader, or a swing trader, it doesn't matter. This can work for you. So what I do is I go in and I look for swing highs and swing lows on each time frame, right? And a swing high is just a 5-candle formation where you have a high center candle, 2 candles to the left that are higher, 2 candles to the right that are higher, and then a swing low is just the inverse. So like what you see here, low center candle, 2 candles to the left that are higher, 2 candles to the right that are higher. And so I go through each time frame and that's what I look for. Now, one of the things that I really like about Smart Trader is that um, you can check to make sure that you choosing the right thing, right? And so I just put in my weekly level. My weekly colors are blue. Um, so I just check to see if I chose the right levels of support, and you'll see that I did. So over here to the right, support 1 or S1 1.118404, S2 1.03569. So that's right. So I'm gonna turn this off in my smart toolbox, and then I can check my weekly levels of resistance by choosing smart resistance. And I caught all but one resistance level 3. So I am going to change that, and then I'm gonna turn it off. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna go down to the daily, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And we got a high over here on the daily. So I'm gonna mark this. That is a daily level of resistance. And I'm going to change the pattern back. And then I'm just looking for my levels of support. So I can't call this support just yet because we don't have the full 5-candle formation. So I am going to hit that. And if I want to check it, there we go. We're good. And then I want to check resistance. And I forgot one level. That's why I love this thing. So I am going to change the pattern and we're good. So now I'm gonna go down to the 4-hour. Now the 4-hour is the lowest that I go. Depending on what kind of trader you are, you may need to go lower. But for me, this is the lowest I'm going. So I'm gonna turn off smart resistance. See, I left it on. It already gave me the answer to the test. So I am going to click here. That's the level of support. I'm gonna change this pattern back, and I'm gonna also hit this with gray. And then I'm gonna hit this. And then I'll just want to check. And we got a little bit of stuff going on. So I'm going to hit that. And then drop this. Change that pattern. And then I'm good. We got one more. This support 5. Lord. Okay. So now I am going to turn this off. 4-hour, like I said, is the lowest that I go. Now that I've identified my my highs and lows, I want to see where we're falling in the fib sequence. And so in September is when we got this new low here, this monthly low. And so the dominant move before that was to the downside. So I'm going to use my smart Fibonacci tool to tell me where we are in this fib sequence. And as you'll see, price is sitting at a daily resistance level, which is also the 61.8 resistant, or excuse me, Fibonacci level on the monthly chart. So that's something to note. Okay, so we're good there. I'm gonna go down to the weekly, and I want to see where we fall on the fib sequence on the weekly. So I'm going to click above the last high. This is the active fib, and so we're sitting at the 8.6 level. The matching extension or take profit for that level is this green level here. And so I am going to mark that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and click off. Now I want to see where we are to the upside if we've hit an extension. So we had a low. Let me zoom in. A low, B high. We had a 50% or just before 50% pullback, and so price hit the D extension. Now we got some bouncing around that's happening. So a new fib has not formed because we don't have the high yet. So I'm gonna click this. Come on, smart trader. I may have to just do it back. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna go down to the daily. I'm gonna do the same thing over again, right? I want to see where we are in the fib sequence. So I'm gonna make that smaller. I'm gonna click. So on the daily, this is the active fib. I have an A low, a B high. We have less than a 38.2 pullback. And so there's great possibility that we could see price drop from this level and come back here, test this area. It may even go lower to the 50 or the 61.8 before completing out the move at 1.3285. So that is a possibility, but we got to remember too that we're sitting at a 61.8 on the monthly, right? So that's something to consider and to think about. Now I'm gonna go down to the 4-hour. I'm gonna do the same thing. I want to see where we at on the fib sequence. And so I go to the lowest point on the chart. Ooh, smart trader is cutting up today. So I'm gonna go to the chart. I'm gonna click on the last low. This is the current active fib. So something very similar to what we were seeing on the daily. So we have an A low, a B high. We have a 23.6 pullback, which formed on the weekly time frame. And this looks like a potential double top. So we could potentially expect to see price travel back to the low. So let's see. Let's see. But first, before we even get there, this is the 4. So I could see something like this playing out where we have price retest this area and then make its way down to the 38.2 and then potentially come back up, finish out the move to the D extension. That's one alternative, right? But I need to continue drilling down to see if we've hit all of the targets and where the current fib is. So let's see. I'm going to click this off. And then I'm going to go down to the hour. And I want to see where we at. This is the next low.
If you are new to Forex and you want a course that will teach you how to get 400 pips a week, then you want to make sure you go visit www.theprofitplay.co/400 pips. The link is in the video description too. We are all tight on time. A lot of you guys are working professionals, but you still want to take advantage of what the Forex market has to offer. Make sure you go reserve your spot today.
Oh yeah, so the fib is still forming, and that's not actually what I wanted. Let me go back 4-hour. Okay, so I'm gonna click below the last low. This is the active fib. There we go. That's on the 4-hour though. 129, but we got a weekly level resistance there first. Let me go down to the 1. Hold on. So we got 2 levels of daily resistance. I'm just going to try to deploy this fib. Okay. Let me go back to the daily. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I'm looking for something. I'm gonna grab my smart fib tool, click above the last high. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So on the daily, we have less than a 38.2, so it's still considered a 23.6. And what we see a lot of times is that we get price to push up and then come back. And I think I drew this. Come back to the 38.2. before finishing out. So that's one. On the 4, my memory is awful, y'all. Forgive me. So on the 4, we had this similar setup, the 23.6 pullback, right? And the stalling out. So I'm going to click below the last low. And there we go. So we had an A low, a B high. Let me zoom in so you can see. So this makes sense if this plays out like this. So we had an A low, a B high. We had a 50% pullback where we had that 4-hour level of support form. And then the D extension is at the weekly level of resistance on this smaller fib, right? On the smaller fib. So I could very well see price coming up to this D extension, right? On the 4-hour chart, finishing out this fib, and then breaking down. Or it very well could play out that it could start to break down from the level that it's at right now. So what I do, though, is I'm going to draw my main trend lines, and then I am going to monitor what I see happening here, because I don't enter trades until I have confirmation. And part of my confirmation is the trend line break. And so I go from swing low to swing low. And that was the first break. That was the first break. So now on the lower time frame, let me see where we are. So we hit the extension. And now we're probably about to get, no, we got the pullback. It looks like there was a pull, A, B, C at the 50, but it may come back first and then try to go back and break that that daily resistance level. Uh-oh. So let me pull this off the chart. Let me pull this off the chart. So back in, when was this? Price has been trying to break through this daily level for a while. The last approach that we got was higher than the ones that we saw in December, although it was unsuccessful. So there's a possibility that we could still break above here and get this extra, what is this, 200 pips? 260 pips before we potentially see price reverse. And the only reason I say potentially is because there's possibility that price could break through this weekly level. But the higher time frame levels are stronger. So the other possibility is we could see a break. So what I'd be looking for, I got my main trend lines right now. We're in the middle of a fib sequence right now. What is that, on the 4-hour? I believe it was. Let me see. Yeah, I'm too low. Hold on. 4. We're in the middle of a fib sequence on the 4. Yep. So I think that, if we get price to break above this red daily level, that there's potential that we could see price finish out. Because based on the pullback that we have here at the 50% fib level line, price is supposed to complete out at 1.26685. And then we'll see if we get the breakdown that I'm looking for down to 1.1802 and 1.1683. So that's my thoughts on GBPUSD. If you found this video to be helpful, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you consider subscribing to the channel if you're looking for content like this. And then if you're looking for to be a part of a no-cost group, you can join the Facebook Forex group by clicking the link in the video description. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will see you very soon. Bye.